Hey guys, I thought I'd update you. So, my last video, my mom had the same um, what is it, hospital admission as my dad of last year. And so she got the kidney bag surgery. She was in the hospital from Wednesday to she got released on Saturday of that week that I took that video. And then she was acting really weird. She couldn't lift her head up. She was constantly like this. I took her to her primary on Monday. Her primary says just hydrate her and her oxygen's good. And I'm like, this is not okay. This is not normal, right? The way my mom looks, she doesn't walk around like this. There's something wrong, And so she was having a hard time keeping her balance. And so I took her to her primary on Monday, and my mom's like, I don't want to go to the hospital. She didn't want to go to the hospital. She kept saying it. I don't want to go to the hospital, especially because the doctor did not say, oh, you need to go to the hospital. So she's not going to go. You know what I mean? My mom's not going to listen to me. She's not going to listen to my sister Sharon. She wants to hear a doctor say it, right? I feel like that's our programming of society. We want to hear when the doctor says you don't look good. If the doctor doesn't say you don't look good, then you're fine. So, anyways, 2 other days to go by, and then by Wednesday she goes to her cardiologist appointment. I think it was Dr. Bonder, urologist appointment. And the urologist is like, she does not look good, you need to get her to the emergency room. So my mom said, wheel me right over, which is down the road, right? So to make a long story short, she had a heart attack or a stroke, and they had to put a stent in her heart. She was in the CCU. They moved her down to the first floor. She was on the first floor for 4 days before she had the rapid response, which they called me. She was not breathing and responding well. That they need to intubate her. So I made a decision and said, yes, please intubate her. And which fast forwards us to now. She had a lot of issues with CO2 trying to get out of her system. We tried the BiPAP multiple times. It failed. Her heart actually stopped on November 12th, which is a Tuesday, which is the exact Tuesday that my dad passed away, and the exact date, number date, and a month exactly from my dad's 1-year anniversary. And she was gone for 6 minutes. They did CPR. They had to hit her with, I guess, adrenaline, and they did the defibrillator because her heart shot too high. And so here we are now. The next steps are a trach. I don't personally agree with it. I feel like God has been trying to take my mother, and we're trying to stand in the way. Now, there has been some family conflicts. Me and my middle sister don't agree very well. I believe in God's trying to take her. Like, she can't breathe on her own. She's not gonna have any quality of life to have this thing to be stuck to her throat. But my sister keeps asking my mom what she wants to do, and she's like, yeah, my mom is the type of person that used to always be like, no, you're not me. You want me to do this? I'm going to do the opposite. She is bipolar schizophrenic, not medicated. And to see her in this state is like, this is not my mom. My mom is like always against the grain, So I know that deep down that she wouldn't want this. This is, she's not going to be able to eat. She's not going to be able to smoke her cigarettes. She's not going to be able to drink her coffee. She's not going to be able to sing. She's not going to be able to talk. It's going to take a lot of therapy and she's been bedridden. She's having a lot of fluid buildup. And she also had to get a blood transfusion because her blood drops. So it just feels like we're getting hit with all different organs, and God's like, I'm ready to bring her home. And I was laying with her the other day, and I was like, my mom, could move her hands, and she's like, rubbing my head, and she can't say anything, and she doesn't need to be sedated, and she's on a damn tube, right? Like the intubation is going in through down her throat, causing her to helping her breathe. And while I was enjoying my mom like rubbing my head and like, you know, like I'm like, I don't want to get comfortable, you know, I feel like I'm going against God's will. Even though it wasn't my choice. My choice was, I don't want a DNR, I don't want, you know, possible causing more pain or problems, right? But I was just like, part of me is like, I could get used to her being in the hospital like this. And then a part of me is like, I don't want to get used to her like this. Because I feel like once I do, that's it. She's out of here. Like, she's checking out. God's like, all right, it's time to go, you know. And today is the day that they are doing trach surgery, where they're going to cut a hole. Mind you, she's been on Plavix, which is a blood thinner. She needs to be on that for at least up to 6 months because of the stent in her heart. And now they're going to do this surgery. They took her off of Plavix. It's been almost 5 days because they don't want her to bleed out. So this is a 50-50 risk, and I don't know how it's going to go. And they just upped the surgery from this afternoon to 12:30. So today is Monday. And I'm a little bit concerned how it's going to go. So just wanted to update everybody, like the emotional roller coaster that I am riding, and I'm trying to still do life and to still go to work and still be personable, but I am feeling the emotional, mental exhaustion in my soul. Like, I really am. This is different than when I was with my dad. And because my mindset with my dad was the great comeback. With my mom, it's like, I don't know, we're in limbo, you know. And I did also feel in limbo with my dad, but it was more like, no, this is not going to end. And me having that mindset of this is not going to end, the complete opposite fucking happened. So, pardon my French, but so I guess it's not my fight to fight. And that's what I have to remember, that I'm just along for the ride. So thank you guys for hearing me out. I will update you all. Please pray for my mother as she endures on this new journey. Please pray that she makes it through this surgery. And I'll see you guys in the next one.